Hello everybody, I come back yet with another section. Let's see what we have here. We're still doing identities, trigonometry, reduction formulae. The first question that we have, it says complete the following identity. You are given tan squared of b minus sec squared of b. This one is very simple, our simplest one mark ever. It's given in the formula sheet. In the formula sheet, you will see that you have something like this. 1 plus tan squared. I'll just put a b, but in the formula sheet it says x. This is equals to sec squared of b. So when you rearrange this formula to look something like this, that's when you will get the answer. If you keep your tangent on the left hand side, keep tan squared b on the left, and then take sec from the right and bring it to the left, it becomes negative sec squared of b. You will see that it is the same thing that looks like this. What is it equal to? Take this positive 1, bring it to this side of the equation, it becomes negative 1. So therefore, tan squared of b minus sec squared of b is equal to negative 1. That's what you are supposed to do there. You just rearrange one of the square identities in your formula sheet. The second one, we are given the cosine of 360 degrees plus x, tan squared of 180 degrees plus x, cos of 180 minus x, and then sec squared of 360 degrees minus x. Let us identify our quadrants here. 360 degrees plus, it's in the first quadrant. 180 degrees plus, it's in the second quadrant. 180 degrees minus, it's in the, nope, wait a minute. This is actually in the third quadrant. This is the second quadrant. Apologies for that. And this one is in the fourth quadrant. No? Immediately after identifying the quadrants, then you can just go straight and write down the simplification of this. So cos 360 plus is in the first quadrant, it's positive, so I'm just going to write it as the cosine of x multiplied by tan squared. It's in the third quadrant, it's positive, so I'm just going to write this as tan squared of x plus, you have 180 minus in the second quadrant. Cos is negative in the second quadrant, so this is going to be negative cos x multiplied by sec. In the fourth quadrant, it's 1 over cos, and cos is positive, so this one is going to be 1 divided by cos squared of x. We are in the fourth quadrant. Okay, let's simplify. Tangent, you can write it as sine over cos, so I'm just going to have cos x into sine squared of x, divide this by cos squared of x. That's what I have in there. Positive and negative, when they multiply, they give me negative. And then here, cos and cos, they will divide against each other. So that means I'll be left with 1 divided by cos x, because cos squared, it means that we have 2 of those cos. So 1 cos will divide 1 cos, and then I'm left with 1 over cos. This negative sign, it comes from multiplying the positive and the negative. So on this side, I'll do the same thing. So in the numerator here, I'll be left with sine squared of x divided by 1 cos will divide 1 of cos there. So I'll be left with 1 divided by cos minus, I'll have 1 divided by cos here. You can cross multiply, but if you notice, you have the same denominator. So I'll just put the denominator cos x here, and then I'll just drop my numerators. Sine squared of x minus 1. Rearrange the numerator. When you rearrange the numerator, you'll have minus 1 plus sine squared of x, all divided by cos x. And then you take out negative 1 as a common factor, or a negative sign as a common factor. You'll be left with 1 minus sine squared of x. All of this is divided by cos x. And then 1 minus sine squared is an identity. 1 minus sine squared gives us cos x multiplied by this negative. You'll have negative cos squared of x All of this is divided by cos x, and then when you simplify, the final answer is negative cos x, and this brings us to the final answer of this question. Now let's look at this one, number 3, 4.3. We've got cot pi plus 180. Pi plus theta. Remember that pi, it is equals to 180 degrees. That's why I said 180. And then you have sec squared of theta multiplied by cot. Okay, let's simplify. This is in the third quadrant. So quadrant number 3, we know that cot is 1 over tangent, and tangent is positive in the third quadrant. So cot of pi plus theta is going to remain cot theta minus, here you have sec squared of theta multiplied by another cot theta there. Let's just say that I have chosen the left hand side. And you have a common factor of cot and cot. So I'm just going to take my cot outside, cot of theta. Once you take cot outside, here you'll have 1 minus. This will be sec squared of theta there. Now, look at this very carefully. Let's go back to the first question, 4.1. Remember, they told us here that tan squared minus sec squared is equals to 1. We have even proven it here. Now we have something here that says 1 minus sec squared. I'm going to rearrange this formula here such that it looks like 1 minus sec squared and see what am I going to get. So let me just change my color there. So taking this one into consideration, that I have tan squared of x minus sec squared of x, we made a conclusion that that is equal to -1, right? So I'm going to keep my tan on the left hand side here. I'll have my tan squared on my left, and then I'm going to transpose my sec to the other side. It's going to be positive. So I'll have -1 plus sec squared of x, né? And then I'm going to divide by -1. So if I divide this by -1 and I divide this by -1, I must also divide this side by -1. You will notice that my tangent is going to be negative, so I'm going to have negative tan squared of x. This -1 divided by -1 is going to be positive, and then a positive divided by -1 is going to be negative sec squared of x. So you'll see that I have this type of an expression, which is exactly what I have here. It's just again another rearrangement of your identities. So what does that mean? It means that I can write this, what I have inside the bracket, I can express it as negative tan squared of theta. Once I have it as negative tan squared of theta, I know that cot is 1 divided by tan multiplied by tan squared of theta. Don't forget the negative sign. So I do my division and say tangent divide tangent, and then what am I left with? Negative tan theta. This is my right hand side, which is equal to my left hand side right there. Somebody may be asking, if I cancelled this and I cancelled this, what happened here? How do I end up having this negative tangent? It's because of tangent. We've got two of the fact that it is squared. It means it is tangent multiplied by tangent. So the numerator, this one is in the numerator, it's in the numerator, and this is in the denominator. So one of the tangent in the numerator will divide the other tangent in the denominator. Hence, I'll be left with only one tangent, and multiply that tangent by this negative sign. I get negative tangent of theta. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.